Hey, what is going on, everybody? I am Hardly Hispanic, and I'm not just talking about my username. And welcome back to another video similar to the Valve Index video that you guys have absolutely destroyed and shown so much love to. And again, I'm very appreciative of that. And so basically what this video is going to be is a slight waiting process. Because not too, about actually a week ago today, I decided that I was going to, with my stimulus check, order a actual Nintendo Switch. I was given a Switch Lite by my fiance, and it has served me fantastically. But I realized that one of the problems with the Switch Lite is that the Joy-Cons, if they start to drift, you can't replace the Joy-Cons very easily. The analog sticks, not the Joy-Cons. And you either have to send it in to get it repaired, or the worst case scenario, if they can't, you have to just buy a full-on secondary Switch Lite for another $200. And that's way too much, honestly. And there's more that you can do with a Switch, you know, for projecting it onto a screen, for versatility, for playing it, setting it up on a tabletop and taking the Joy-Cons out for a more relaxed, not having to hold this big bulky thing kind of situation. And in the long run, replacing the Joy-Cons for $80 for a pair is a lot cheaper than buying a straight up new Switch if they can't replace or fix the analog sticks on it. Um, and then I also I also decided that, I need a case for it. So I ordered a Pokeball case that also was a kit that came with two silicone grips for Joy-Cons that have Pokemon printing on them, and they're really cool. And it has a microfiber cloth with Pikachu on it and a cable for something. On top of that, I have also ordered a screen protector, which I paid $17 for. Thank you, officially licensed Nintendo stuff. Sometimes it's a little bit expensive, which makes it worse because I can't use the screen protector because I realized that tempered glass screen protectors for the Switch literally exist at Walmart for like $10. And tempered glass is just the way to go. There's no reason why I feel like you should ever not go with tempered glass when you are given the option, just because it is so much more protective. It's easier to do things like keep bubbles out of, or it's easier to clean with a microfiber and some screen cleaner. There's just so many better reasons why you should go with tempered glass over film. And now I'm trying to decide, do I keep it, do I give it to someone else for their Switch, or do I find a way to get a refund and replace, or not replacement, just a refund and return for it. I already have the tempered glass protector here because I got one preemptively since I had already placed my order for my Switch. And the problem with the Pokemon silicone thin rubbery grips is that they're cool, but they don't exactly help solve the problem of the fact that my hands, I have pretty big hands, right? I mean, you probably can't tell what this looks like in real life, but my hands are pretty sizable. And the Joy-Cons can be a little bit on the smaller side at times, and the grip on them, especially in handheld mode, it makes for an uncomfortable situation after a long time, especially if you're laying down, about to go to sleep, and your hands are just so much bigger than the Joy-Cons on the side, and so you're gripping it in this really weird way, and it feels weird. And so what I did is I decided to go with these grips. Again, officially licensed Nintendo products, but this one was also only $10, which these also came in a carrying case pack where it came with the case, it came with everything in this, and also some game holders of sorts. And these are really cool because they look like they're a hard plastic mixed with a rubber half. It's like a two-part thing, and it adds some bulk to it, and it adds some shape to it that makes it look like it's better for holding it in handheld mode as opposed to the smaller size of the Joy-Cons without them. Excuse me. I don't know why I've woken up and just felt like doo-doo. It probably didn't help that I didn't go to sleep until about 4 this morning and then woke up at 9 o'clock to turn my alarm off and then fell back asleep again. My sleep schedule's all kind of messed up. But anyways, the thing that I really, really enjoy about these grips in particular is if I decide to go with the others or these, or switch them out at some point, regardless, these come with analog stick covers, and these are concave. I think that's the proper one. Where normally the analog sticks are convex and they round off at the top like a normal analog stick, that can be a little bit difficult sometimes depending on what you're doing. Like if you're having to do a lot of rotations, for me at least, my thumb wants to slip off the analog stick, and it's annoying because I don't want to have to worry about my thumb slipping off, especially doing something in Sword and Shield in particular, where Milkyre's evolution into alchemy depends entirely on how you rotate, like the direction, the time of day, and specifically how long you rotate. And in my experience on the Switch Lite, without these covers on them, it's just so easy sometimes to not be able to do a 10-second rotation because either my thumb wants to slip off because I'm trying to readjust while spinning, or I don't want to cause issues with stick drift on those, and so I'm having to do it easier in order to not wear out the analog stick faster. But with these, being on a Switch and being rubber covers that are concave, in other words, they dip inwards, it'll be easier to keep your thumb in it and rotate, and it'll just make everything better. So I thought, hey, these would be pretty cool, regardless of if I use these harder covers for them that came with them, or if I use the Pokemon themed silicone grips. I'm not the best reviewer when it comes to this kind of stuff, so forgive me if the things that I say don't necessarily sound particularly professionally reviewer-ish. I just kind of think that these are fun, and you guys, again, received the Valve Index vlog video so well that I was like, you know what? I'm going to take up what my fiance said and make a video waiting for the Switch and talking about it and just kind of recording my day throughout the day because, again, you guys, for some reason, really enjoy that, and I don't know what it is. It also was pretty cool because of the fact that the original delivery date was set to be between the 13th and the 15th of the month, which, it's about 2 weeks. That doesn't sound too bad compared to the, 13 that I waited on the index. But when I went to check it after the weekend had finished out and the work week actually started, the delivery date went from that 2 week period down to just 1 week, and it was like, hey, your stuff's gonna be here on the 7th, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So it is currently about, what is it on my computer here? It's probably about, I don't know, 12. If my clock is correct on my computer for once, it's either 12:19 or it's 12:30-ish, depending on whatever time it is. It's about 12:30, and I've just been sitting here. I woke up late, and at this point I'm really just hoping that, in particular, the Pokeball case combo thing gets here first, because they didn't send that package through UPS like they did with the Switch and the screen protector. They sent that one through DHL, and I'm not particularly knowledgeable about who DHL is or how they do things, but it hasn't updated the shipping information on Newegg at all. It's literally since the 4th, it has only said label created, and it hasn't said anything about them picking it up or doing anything else. So I don't know if they either update very slowly or if DHL just doesn't even update at all. Also, in case you guys are wondering, like, oh, are you gonna have now a Switch Lite and a Switch? Like, what are you gonna, you know, need 2 Switches for? My intention with the Switch Lite is to give it back to my fiance because she does stuff with Animal Crossing, and so she's gonna be able to use it for something island wise. I haven't played Animal Crossing in a long time, certainly not the newest one for the Switch, so I don't exactly know what that is, but I was like, my only problem with the Switch Lite was the Joy-Con analog stick issues, and worrying about if they break, what happens. So, having a Switch where I can get that stuff easily remedied, I don't need the Switch Lite. So, I'm going to get my Sword data transferred to the new one when it comes in, and then she'll be able to wipe the data completely from this one and have that. And then, yeah, it'll be swick, pretty swick. When it comes to the games I'm gonna play on the Switch, I already have Sword, which I've already put like 80 hours into Sword. It's nuts how much time I've put into that in a short time, and I'm loving it to death. I think that Sword and Shield is very much more Pokemon than a lot of the other games have felt like in a while. The designs for so many people just fit, and they're very, very much what Pokemon encapsulates. It gives me almost a Gen 5 type of vibe, with how it feels, but it just feels great. There's a lot of things that they changed about this game to, compared to previous games, that make certain things easier, but not so easy that it's not difficult to do anything in the game at all. When it comes to the shiny hunting, the Crown Tundra Dynamax layer stuff, that may be a 1 in 300 chance without, the shiny charm to get a shiny, but it still is so fun, and I've still, even finding 2 shinies so far, both of them not being legendaries, it's still not as easy to get a shiny there as just every time you go through you get one. It's not guaranteed or anything. With the breeding stuff, that has changed a lot. I think you get a lot of the breeding items pre Hall of Fame, and then post Hall of Fame getting the IV checker is so much easier. Getting a lot of the stuff you need to breed is a lot easier, and you have a lot of options for people that are just really cool to breed. My personal favorites being Flapple and Appleton from the new games, and then from and also Toxel for Toxtricity. I really liked those guys. And then from previous games, people like Honedge are super cool. Who else is there? I don't know. There's just a lot of easier things to do, but things that you still have to work for, and it's fun. The shiny hunting method, non-Dynamax, where you can knock up to 500 Pokemon of a certain species out, and have your chances down at 1 in 683 without the shiny charm, is a grind, but it's not where it was before, where you had to do this extremely difficult process and time-consuming process to fill out your Pokedex to get a shiny charm for every Pokemon to have a reduced shiny chance. Now, you can, from the beginning of the game, choose who you want to grind for, and if you don't want a shiny Spinda, but you wanted a shiny Rookidee, you could solely work towards just that Pokemon and not have to worry about having to go through some ridiculous hoop jumping to be able to get something to make it easier. You can just do something that's basic and train on a Rookidee 500 times, and suddenly you have a really good chance of getting a shiny one that you want. So, oh, I messed things up. Oh no, sorry. But anyways, that was a bit of a tangent. But I just love Sword and Shield. So as far as that game is concerned, that's the one I'm probably going to be playing mostly on the Switch. With other games, I'm wanting to probably get Animal Crossing and maybe Breath of the Wild. But there's actually Smash Brothers also. Smash Ultimate is definitely high on the want list. But for that, I'm probably going to get a Pro Controller first, just because that feels like it would be a better option than using Joy-Cons for that game. And then if I go with the Pro Controller route, there is a bigger square, more gun case type box that I looked at on Amazon, and it's very cool because of how protective it is and how many things you can store in it, and it would be for more of a long trip type of case rather than just a simple case to make sure you don't damage it from here to your car or something like that. But yeah, now I've talked you guys' ears off long enough for this particular part of the video, so I'll keep you guys updated throughout the day. I need to go get a shower, on the chance that, you know, things don't happen before I have to go to work, and even at the very least, I just need a shower, because I feel disgusting without a shower. But as for right now, much better. Now to wait. It is currently 2:23 p.m., so it's been roughly 2 hours since I recorded the last clip, and still no sign of DHL or UPS. So, yeah, this is fun. It's just another repeat of the last time. Just I hope it shows up before I have to go to work this time, unlike the Valve Index. Fingers crossed. It is now currently 4:10 roughly, and I just got an email that my stuff is expected soon, but in 20 minutes I'm gonna have to, head to work. I'm already in my work uniform anyways, so I might even have to wait until I'm home from work to be able to actually, open my package and being able to talk about it. And that kind of sucks, but at least it's still not the extra week. It's not actually going to be here between the 13th and the 15th, so either hopefully it gets here in a few minutes and I can do a quick discussion over it and open it, or I can, regardless of if it shows up now or when I'm gone, I should be able to do it when I'm back. So yeah, at least on the bright side, it will be here today, so for that I'm very grateful, and I can't wait to open it. I want to be able to open it. I want to be able to review it. I don't know what it is about getting a package that's just so satisfying and so fun for me. It feels so much more like Christmas. Like, it's so much more fun to open the brown cardboard box or package that your thing comes in, even though it's literally the exact same regardless. And it's more fun to do that than it is to actually just pick something up in the store and then to just pay for it. Is that just me? Anyways, I'm at work now, so the next time I see you, I will be home, and hopefully I will have what I need and we will be able to actually look at the Nintendo Switch. So, alright, what's going on, guys? I just got off of my shift, and I know you guys can't really see, it's kind of dark, but just because I'm driving and I'm not trying to do anything that would be dangerous or anything that would be illegal. And but my mom texted me during the shift, right about 9 o'clock-ish, and said that the package was delivered. And so I was like, heck yeah. I mean, they delivered it kind of right at the end of their window for the day, because I think that packages can only be delivered until 9. So it was right at the end of the day pretty much for them. But regardless, despite having a bit of a rough night at work, despite having to wait until that last minute to know that they didn't forget about the package and it was missed or something, we're gonna have something to look forward to. I'm gonna have something to look forward to. So the next time you see me, I will be home and we will unbox this thing and we will kind of look at everything side by side, and I will be able to go to bed happy tonight. So heck yeah, let's do it. Alright guys, so I made it home. I'm all changed out of my work uniform and all of that, and now we get to look into the two things that showed up, because the one package that was supposed to be delivered from DHL never showed. So I'm assuming that either that one is still going to be more on time or on par with the original time that it said it was going to be, or something else is going on. So I'll figure it out eventually. But let's get into it. First, starting with the screen protector. Alright, so I messed up on the attempts of recording before because I had it on slow-mo, but had to open it one-handed, tried to open it one-handed, didn't work, stopped the recording, and then opened it because there's no point in struggling. But anyways, so this is just a thing. I paid $17 for this, I guess because it's officially licensed or whatever, but it's just a basic screen protector. It's not really anything fancy, just a little sticker screen basically. And just because of the fact that tempered glass is so much better and this has an easy alignment tray, thank the Lord, make this process easier, this is just the better option. And I only pay $10 for this. If you see these in stores and you want something to protect your Switch screen, go for tempered glass. There's no reason not to, especially when it's cheaper than the officially licensed screen protectors that are just little films. So yeah, that's the first one. Let's get to the actual piece de resistance. Alrighty, got it cut open, because one-handed doing this stuff is not the best, and I'm not going, or I don't have a tripod that I can set this up and do a sit-down type of unboxing. But there it is. The version 2 Nintendo Switch with the better battery life and all of that good stuff. I'm really glad it's not a situation where they sent a version 1 instead of the version 2 by accident or on purpose or whatever. But yeah, this is fantastic. And just to clarify for those who don't understand what I'm meaning about the differences between the version 1 and version 2 Nintendo Switch, the version 2 has this red background on the box. It does not have a hand placing the Joy-Cons into the Switch. It has just the one red floating and the one in place, the one blue in place. And yeah, so this, if you see the box that looks like this, then you have a version 2. If you see a box that has a hand on it and a white background, that's going to be a version 1, unless somebody just had an old box laying around and they just switched the two. So with that, I think that, and again, ignore the background noise, my brother's just doing his thing. So there we go, just got a basic tab. Oh yeah, that is what you like to see. You love to see it. I love boxes that have a system like this where it's an actual lid. So there we got the wonderfully protected Joy-Cons, red and blue. Those look like they either have a lighter shade, or maybe I just never see them enough to really know, but they look, at least in person, like they're a slightly lighter shade. But I also just might not be used to seeing the colors. The wonderful Switch itself. And then, of course, I think the dock is either under it or it's in here. You have your safety papers. Who reads safety papers? I think this could be... I can't get it. There we go. That might actually be the dock. Yeah, that's the dock. That's the actual dock for the Switch. I think this could be the controller then. Just take that off. Oops, sorry about that. Seeing my Christmas mess. Yep. Love it. Love it. I don't know how many people use the actual Switch controller, but I personally think it looks pretty cool. Still want to get a Pro controller at some point, but it's not the most imperative thing. I like the, of course, you got the little Switch LR button type covers. And then, of course, cables, chargers, and whatnot. Looking at the Joy-Cons again, it's really weird. I thought they were going to be a darker shade, and you might not be seeing it as well on camera, but at least in person this has a more orangey or pinkish tint compared to a solid dark red that I've been used to seeing. But yep, looks still really good. This one has it looks darker on camera, but this one has a slightly, I want to say maybe a greener tint than I'm used to seeing, but still looks really good. I actually like the fact that it looks a little different compared to what I'm used to seeing. And then of course, the actual Switch itself definitely feels a lot bulkier than the Switch Lite. The Switch Lite, I think, as a whole, feels lighter than just the Switch without having Joy-Cons attached. Which the Joy-Cons, they're minimal, but still the weight is there. But definitely feels heavier just by itself with this. So that's really cool. But I'm gonna have to take some time. Gonna have to get all this stuff set up. Probably gonna use one of my monitors if it has a secondary output to hook it all up with. At the very least, I'll play it in handheld mode to start and have just the dock there as a charging station. But overall, very, very happy, very, very excited to have this. And I'm gonna obviously go in and, put the tempered glass on there, and then I'm gonna put these on the Joy-Cons, and everything should be absolutely fantastic. I think my next move is either to get the Pro Controller and the big square case that I was looking at before to hold everything, or I might just go for, I don't know, a second game, Animal Crossing, or Smash Ultimate, something like that. But overall, very excited with what I've got here. Very glad that the wait was half the time that it was expected to be, and I'm looking forward to spending many, many hours on this. So yep, that's probably going to do it for the actual review portion of it. Overall though, very, very excited for everything. I'm like a kid in a candy store, honestly, with everything that I've got here. And I'm going to get my save data swapped from this Switch to the actual Switch, and then I'll, be able to wipe the data and all that stuff on the other one and give it back to my fiance. And but yeah, I think that's gonna do it. I'm gonna get all this stuff done off camera and work on getting the video put together. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know you guys enjoyed the last one with the Valve Index. So I'm gonna keep doing these as long as I can, just because it seems like you guys really enjoy watching me go about my day, talking about different things, and then ultimately getting to the review portion of something that I've ordered. My brother is just really loud. I apologize if that was distracting. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, hope you enjoyed. Hope you guys are all having a great new year so far, 2021. If you ignore anything that's been potentially negative or any negative people so far, I would say that you've probably had a good start to your year. Remember, take care of your mental health this year. Stay strong, keep focused on the good things and all that jazz. What else is there? I feel like I'm missing something. But regardless, thank you guys so much for watching. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you didn't, and I will catch all of you guys in the next video. Peace.